Alright, so in this iodine clock lab, we're going to be mixing two different solutions. Solution A here contains potassium iodate, some starch inside of it. Solution B has the metabisulfite ion. What we're going to do here is, for solution A, we're just going to take 10 milliliters straight going across here. For solution B here, we start off with 10 milliliters and we've steadily diluted it down. So I've gone 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. I've added water so that the total volume is still 10, and then once we actually dilute it all at once, the total volume would then be 20. So what we're going to do is, hopefully in stations here, we're going to do one by one, go down the line. As I slowly dilute the metabisulfite, I want to see what happens to the rate. So what we're going to be timing for here is the time when the blue color appears, and I'm going to try to start my timer as soon as we start. So I'm just going to grab solution A here. As I start my timer here, I'm going to pour it into solution B. So pour that there. And all you're going to do here is you're just going to rock the solution back and forth. Just to make sure the solution here is very evenly mixed. And again, what we're looking for here is the time when the blue color, there we go. Okay, so about 13, 14 seconds or so. Okay. All right, so we're just going to continue down the line here. Again, what's happening here is solution B is being steadily diluted away here. Solution A is at a constant 10 milliliters. This hasn't been diluted at all. I'm going to start my stopwatch here as I pour the first solution in. Do try to be as careful as you can so that you don't spill. Just gonna rock this back and forth. And again, we're just timing how long it takes for that blue color to appear. There we go. Okay. The next dilution we have here. Again, I'm just going to stop, reset it. Okay. Start the next one here. Start when I pour it in. And again, what we're going to do is we're just going to rock this back and forth. There we go. All right. Stop my stopwatch again, reset. Next one down the line here, I'm just going to rock it over a little bit here. So the next dilution here, you can start the stopwatch here as I mix the solution in, pour the solution back and forth. There's less and less metabisulfite ion as I go down. So we're going to see a gradual increase in time it's taking for the blue color to actually show up. Okay, so it's also a lot more gradual here. Okay, it's probably somewhere about there. Again, I'm just going to stop it. Okay, reset. Now we're getting down to the really low concentrations here, so start my stopwatch when I pour it in there. Rock this back and forth. Just give it a while to see if the blue is going to deepen. Okay, if it's not, you're just going to take down the time at that point there. Okay, make sure you convert the time into seconds. Okay. And we'll do one last reset here. So stop, reset. This is our last solution here. So solution A, solution B here. I'm going to try to start it when I put the solution in. And again, what we're doing here is we're just rocking the solution back and forth. Solution B is getting really, really dilute. Again, the blue intensity here is not going to be as high. Okay. But once it looks like it's sort of steadied out, we'll just take a reading at that point. Oops. That might be as deep as the blue color is going to go there. You can just make a time of that there. Again, let me just remind you the concentrations that we use. So solution A here, we just did 10 milliliters undiluted. Solution B here, we started off with 10. We went 8, 6, 4, 2, and then 1. We diluted it with the remainder with water so that it's 10 milliliters total. And then when I mix them together, it was a total volume of 20. I'm just going to just shift the test tubes over here so you can see just qualitatively what these look like after the reaction is done. Okay, so you see it's very different, not just in terms of how quick the color appeared, but also the color intensity as solution B here steadily diluted. Thanks, guys. Okay, so for part 2 of this iodine clock lab here, we've again refilled some test tubes here, 10 milliliters of solution A. Solution A, the concentration I have is 0.0200 plus or minus 0.0001 molar of the potassium iodate. Solution B is your sodium metabisulfite. The concentration is 0.0020 plus minus 0.0001 molar. This time what we've done here is we've done solution A undiluted. Solution B here, I took 5 milliliters of your solution, diluted it with 5 milliliters of water. So it's sort of in between what we did in solution A. We're going to keep that dilution factor constant, but this time we're going to do a temperature treatment, hopefully collect some data down so we can do sort of an Arrhenius discussion. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take one of the solutions. These have been sitting here for about 15-20 minutes or so. Right now the temperature of the solution here in the ice water bath, we're at about 1.2 degrees, plus or minus 0.5 degrees. Again, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm just going to pour one of these solutions here into the other. As I do that, I'm going to start the stopwatch. And again, just like before, we're going to rock the solution back and forth. Okay. And we're just going to take note of the time when this reaction occurs. There we go. Okay. 21 seconds or so. All right, so I'm just going to reset for the other temperatures here. Alright, so we're just going to continue with our temperature trials here. These two test tubes here have been sitting inside 5.8 degree water, plus minus 0.5. We're going to do the same test here. We're going to rock the solutions back and forth. I'm going to try to start the timer when I pour the solutions in, and then we're going to time how long it takes for the blue color to show up. So let's just pour that in there. We're just going to rock this back and forth. There we go. Okay, about 22, 23 seconds or so. Okay. So let's reset here. Okay, and this one here is at 10 degrees here, 10.0 plus minus 0.2. I'm going to take one of the solutions here. Remember, we do want to start our timer here when I pour the solution inside. And again, I'm just going to take these test tubes, rock them back and forth. There we go. Okay, about 20 seconds. reset again. Okay, and continuing onwards with our temperature trials here. These two test tubes have been sitting inside a beaker, 15.0 plus minus 0.5 degrees. Again, I'm going to take one of these solutions here. I'm going to pour one of the solutions, start the timer as I mix the other one in. And then again, we're just going to rock them back and forth. Okay, there we go. So 16, 17 seconds or so. All right. Okay, so this is our next temperature here. These ones here have been sitting in room temperature water. Right now my thermometer is reading about 21.0 degrees. Again, we have solution A, solution B. Solution B is the one that's been diluted to 5 milliliters with 5 milliliters of water as well. Just like before here, we're just going to pour one of the solutions to the other. We're going to try to start the stopwatch at exactly the same time. And then again, rock the solution back and forth to see when that blue coloration appears. So this one is being done at room temperature. There we go. So 16 seconds or so. And again, I'm just going to reset for a few different temperatures. Alright, and we'll do one other temperature trial here. So these two test tubes here have been sitting at 30.0 degrees plus minus 0.5 degrees. I'm going to take our test tubes here. Let's start the stopwatch. We can't go too far beyond this temperature here, or else the starch itself starts degrading and then we won't actually see it changing to blue. But hopefully with these temperatures here, we can plot a nice graph. There we go, so super quick, 14, 15 seconds or so. Okay, there we go. Thanks guys.